Welcome to another episode of This Is Anything Goes, and today we'll be working on the Ford Ecosport and we'll be changing the front absorbers. Alright, Monroe brand. Okay, and we'll be changing also the top mount, the bearing, the dust cover, and the bump stopper and the spring seats. So let's get to it. First thing we'll do is we'll jack up the car. So okay, now that we've got the car jacked up, it's on jack stands, not magic. Okay, from here it looks like it's just floating with the jack over there, but the jack stands there. Okay, it's choked over there at the back as well for safety reasons. I have to say this in case you are going to follow my DIY, make sure you follow the safety as well. Okay, now zoom into the absorber on the bottom part here. We'll need to remove a couple of things. First, the stabilizer bar link. This uses size 15 mm, and then we'll need to remove this bolt over here, which is for the brake line, just so that when we take it out it doesn't pull on this. So this one uses a size 10 mm. Then we need to remove the ABS sensor, which is over here. This uses size 8 mm. Then we need to remove these two bolts over here that links the absorber to the knuckle. This is a size 15 on this side, and then a size 18 on this side. Okay, so right now I won't be able to put it in because the ABS line is blocking. So this one you just need to pull it out, and yeah. So again, 15 sorry, oh yeah, 15 18 10 8. Okay, just remove all this and then we'll move up to the top there. Okay, once we gotten the bolt out by using this and hammering it from the side, what we need to do now is use back the screwdriver, pry it out, okay. So the reason why we are prying this out is so that we can actually have access to the back here. Okay, and we'll use a long nose plier to take this clip out. If not, we'll be pulling the ABS cable together. Okay, now that we are done here, we'll move up to the top, which is these three bolts over here, 1 2 3. Okay, and this uses size 14 or 13 mm if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I've removed all three nuts. This is loosened. This is actually out already, but it's blocked. So once the absorber goes down, this one will go with it. This is out. This is just barely by a bit of thread. Okay, so what we'll do now is we will hold the absorber with one hand and then loosen the last nut and then just drop it. Okay, I've gotten the absorber out. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record, but you get the picture. Hold the absorber, loosen the nut and bring the thing down. Okay, I'm going to take out the other absorber first. It's exactly the same, so let's do it off camera. Okay, so I've removed both the absorbers. Let's check it out. As you can see, both of it, the cover is like spaghetti now. Okay, you can just pull it out. It just breaks like that. Okay, maybe not all of it breaks like that. Okay, the bush damper is non-existent. Let's look at the new one. Yeah, about this much is gone. Not denting anything. Okay, and then looking at the bearings, I believe the grease has already leaked out and it's gone as well. Same goes with this one. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use a spring clamp and clamp these springs, and then I will open this up. Just pull this and then open this nut on the top here, and then, well, basically I'm replacing everything besides the spring. So I'll fast forward to when I got the springs out, and I'll let you know how we assemble this piece by piece. Okay, so we'll do a bit of a comparison. So this is the old top mount. So there's a bit of grease from the bearing. This actually still looks pretty okay. Just some minor cracks here. Okay, compared to the new one, actually if you compare both side by side, this looks like it's a bit lower, this looks a bit higher, but overall the top mount was still in good condition, but since we're changing, just change it. Okay, now for the bearing, well, this is the bearing, the old one. You can see a lot of the bump stoppers dust here, and then you have the grease as well. You can hear some sound from it. It's not as smooth. You can feel like there's like sand inside. Okay, this is a new bearing. Also has that rubbing sound, but once I apply pressure to it, no more sound. Okay, but it is butter smooth. Let me tell you, it's butter smooth. Okay, this, the bump stopper. Okay, nothing to say, right? Okay, nothing to say. Okay, this is the new boot cover. That is the old boot cover, and some of it over here. Yeah, it's bye. Okay, new boot cover. Point, 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 point. Okay, and then we have the spring seat. The old one is broken. Okay, you can see it's out of shape as well compared to this. And this is soft, this is hard. Okay, alright, so now I'll tell you how to assemble it. Oh wait, we still have the absorber, right? This is the old absorber. That's the rebound. This is the new absorber. This is the rebound. Okay, so clearly all this needs to be replaced. Okay, now to assemble it, what we need to do is prepare the absorber, the new one, the spring seating. So as you can see, there's a notch over here. This notch goes here. There's a notch over here. as you can see, and there's two thingies, two spike thingies, goes here and here. Okay, so not sure if you can hear the background sound, but there's a bird that's very noisy. Okay, okay, and my neighbor's kid is screaming. Spoiled brat, I guess. Just screaming for fun. Okay, next up we will need to put in this thing, but we'll need some soapy water. Okay, just to make it nice and lubricated, throw it in, and then you will need to push it all the way down. Okay, as you can see, it would be over here all the way to the bottom. Okay, then we will put the bump stopper. So the bottom part would be the smaller part. Just throw this in, push it in. Okay, as long as it passes this point here, it's okay already. Then we'll put in the springs. So for the springs, make sure the bottom hits this side. The bottom has got to hit this side. The other side is open-ended. This is the end of it. It should hit here.
I can see a cut the car.
Okay, as I mentioned, it has to hit that. That's the correct placing for it. Then next up, what we'll do is we'll put in the bearings. We need to move this up. This has to be on top of the springs. Okay, just like that. And this goes on top, and then we'll have this one in, and then we'll put in the nut. So apparently I did not compress the spring enough, that this will be a bit more difficult for me. Okay, one thing to note, right? If you look at the bearings and the top mount, there's actually 3 nudges. Okay, this is the one, 1, 2, 3. All right, make sure it is aligned with the top mounts 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, so Now what I'll do is I will press this down and tighten it. Okay, so now you can see the difference between a new and an old. Looks much nicer. Okay, so to install it back would be the same as how we remove it, just the opposite of it, but stay with me. I will tell you the top specs of each screw. Alright, okay, now that we've gotten everything in, so let's talk about the top specs. Okay, so for the top here, these 3 nuts is about 35 Newton meter, but make sure the car is on the ground first before you tighten it to spec. The nut on top here on the absorber, this is 60 Newton meter. These two is 90 Newton meter. After that, another 90-degree turn if you're using new boats. Okay, but I would recommend about 100 Newton meter. This is 55 Newton meter. This is 25 Newton meter. Okay, and the ABS sensor, well, just hand tighten it, not too much. Alright, looking good. I will need to replace 2 clips here for some odd reason it's missing. Okay, so let's jump to the summary and we'll talk about the cost and time spent on this. Okay, so it has actually been about 3 weeks since this DIY started. Okay, it's actually done 3 weeks ago, but I was not feeling too well. I recorded the summary, but then I was sneezing a lot. Then I don't think it's suitable for viewing. Your headphones might break, so I'm re-recording this, and just to let you all know the cost and time taken to do this. Okay, so in terms of the cost, the absorber came from Thailand to Malaysia, plus shipping is about 450 ringgit. These are original Monroes from the factory itself. Okay, which is surprisingly cheaper than buying it local here. Okay, in terms of the other things, the mountings, the bearings and all, it was in one set. I will leave it in the description, but I think it was about 240 or 250 ringgit. Okay, so all in all, this DIY didn't take that long. It took roughly about 3 hours while I'm sick. So if I'm not sick, I think it should take me maybe less than 2 hours or maybe 2 hours. Okay, quite a simple DIY. Only weird thing is that one of the nuts was at 18 mm, which is a bit on the weird size, but after changing to the new one, it's now 17 mm, so all is good in that. Okay, so that's it for this DIY. I hope, as usual, you learned something. If you did, make sure you hit that. If you don't, hit the subscribe so you learn something else in the future. Okay, yeah, that's it. Till next time, I'll see you again.